I am now pleased to introduce the Mayor of the City of Prescott, Marlon Kuykendall. Mayor Kuykendall has been a Prescott City Councilman and was elected to the position of Mayor in 2009. Mr. Mayor.
It's still morning, so I'd like to say good morning, families and ladies and gentlemen. The Granite Mountain Hotshots were the ultimate team of people, a family of brothers when they were away from their own families. But it's also very important that we remember that they were brilliant and caring individuals, each playing his unique and important role in this world. There were fathers, brothers, sons, friends, mentors, leaders, and uncles. Whether they were born in Prescott or become a part of our community, we consider each of them to be one of our sons. And as an extension that each family is part of the community of Prescott. Prescott is a small town. And what I pledge to you today is that we will do our best to remember each man in his own right. We will be here to support you, to include you, to cry with you, to laugh with you, and to remember with you. Prescott will always be a home to you if you want us. We are honored to have you as a part of our family. I hope that commitment brings you some comfort as you struggle to move forward and remember your loved ones as they lived, full of life and promise and passion for you and their work, who loved you but also loved being known as a Granite Mountain hotshot. In the fire world, these men were a world-trained crew who protected families, lives, and property across the nation. They made a difference to thousands of families with the work that they did and loved. The term fallen firefighters has been used to describe these men and their sacrifice. Today, I think of them not as having fallen, but rather as having risen far above any of us to a place of peace and comfort. To the families and friends, to the hotshot crews that are here today and who fought fires alongside our brave men, I pray for your healing. I hope that my words, and more importantly, that our continued support of you for years to come will bring you comfort. Thank you, and God bless.
At this time, I'm pleased to present our Governor, Janice K. Brewer. Governor Brewer has been an advocate of the firefighting community here in Arizona, and I've had the privilege of working with her on numerous issues to further protect our firefighters, their families, and our communities. Madam Governor.
Thank you, Tim. Mr. Vice President, Senator McCain, Senator Flake, Secretary Napolitano, Secretary Jewell, Governor Martinez, federal officials, members of Congress, state legislators, other state and local officials, and my fellow Arizonans. Good morning. On behalf of the people of the state of Arizona, and especially the citizens in and around Yarnell, Peoples Valley, and Prescott, thank you for being here today. Together, we can begin our healing. Today, we come together to honor and mourn 19 brave men. They were protectors, defending our communities, safeguarding our friends, family, and strangers alike. They were 19 heroes, gone at the turn of the wind. To the families who lost husbands and fathers, brothers and sons, we cannot truly know your grief, but you are in our thoughts and prayers and will always be. Of course, our hearts are filled with profound sadness today, but they are also filled with great pride. How wonderful it is to know that Arizona was home to 19 men like those we honor today. While not all of the 19 men were from Arizona, we claim each one as our own. These men aspired to be wildland firefighters and endured the training and had the discipline to earn that title. Indeed, they were men who carried out their duties with honor, worthy of the name Granite Mountain Hotshots. While we grieve and mourn the tragic loss of these great men and do our best to console their beautiful families, we cannot despair. God teaches us not to despair, but to have hope. Peter 5:10 says, "The God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast." The brave 19 are now in the gentle embrace of God, and they continue to protect. I am filled with hope that comes with seeing the way Arizona and the communities of Peoples Valley, Yarnell, and Prescott have come together in the wake of this tragedy. It is hope, born of firefighters from all over the country pouring into this region to battle Yarnell Hill Fire. I have hope because Arizonans, of course, have responded like I knew they would, with candlelight vigils and prayers, with generous financial contributions, with flowers and notes placed gently at makeshift memorials. This is the Arizona I know. The hope I have in my heart is fortified by knowing that Americans all across this country have prayed for the brave 19 we lost and their families, and have sought to provide resources to this community. To America, I say thank you. I also appreciate the swift assistance we've received from the federal government in tackling the Yarnell Hill Fire. I want to thank President Obama for his kind words in the wake of this tragedy and for offering any assistance our state needs during this trying time. Mr. Vice President, please convey our gratitude. Arizona and America are united in prayer and in a mission of recovery. With God's grace and with time, we will recover. To the Yarnell 19, we will never forget your sacrifice and that of your families. It is our duty now to help and to protect your families. May God bless and watch over them. May God bless and protect the many firefighters and first responders who serve so courageously every day. And may God bless the great state of Arizona and her people. It is now my honor to introduce the Vice President of the United States, Vice President Joe Biden.
Governor, thank you for introducing me, and our heart goes out to you and the mayor, the people of Prescott and people of Arizona for the terrible tragedy you have endured. Chief Willis, Chief Frejo, President Hill, my good and close friend, President Shapeberger, who we have unfortunately shared too many stages like this, honoring fallen firefighters. To Brenda McDonough, thank God. And to the governor of Mexico, my friend, Governor Martinez. The 7 members of Congress are here, in particular Kristen, who was kind enough to meet me at the airport and welcome me to Arizona, and to Jeff, to Senator Jeff Flake, with whom we rode out on Air Force Two together. A genuine son of Arizona, 5 generations. And to my friend and companion for over 3 decades, a man I admire as much as any man I've ever met, John McCain. John knew my mom. My mom used to say, "You're defined by your courage and redeemed by your loyalty." I think I give no better definition of John McCain than that. A man like the men we honor today, a man of uncommon valor. Jill and I, along with the 2 secretaries that are with us today, your former governor and the Secretary of the Interior, Secretary Jewell, we're humbled to be here with you, standing in front of the families of the men we honor today, and so many of their brethren. This is Psalm 122, verse 1 reads, "I will lift mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help." It came in the form of 20 Granite Mountain Hotshots who rushed toward the flames as everyone else retreated. And in the process, 19 of them gave their lives. These men were some of the strongest, most disciplined, tenacious, physically fit men in the world. An elite unit in every sense of that phrase. Their motto to me sums them up better than anything I can think of. duty, integrity, respect. They saw their jobs not as jobs, but as a duty to their fellow citizens. They understood what few do, that integrity is measured by whether you respond to the needs of your neighbors when you know you are one of the few and only ones who has the capacity to respond. And respect, they showed respect time and again for those innocents caught in the path of the fires of hell, desperate to save their families, and in most cases, the one and only thing they truly owned, their home. These men, the Granite Mountain Hotshots, were part of a very small, elite band of firefighters. Only 108 hotshot crews in all of America, and many are here today to honor the fallen. To understand what I mean about their courage and valor, just look into the eyes of these men and women. Just look in their eyes. You need not do anything else to understand. These folks were firefighters who live life to the fullest every single day. They race to embrace life just as they race to embrace the fight against raging fires, the raging fire on Yarnell Hill. They embrace life to save lives. I didn't have the privilege, nor did Jill have the privilege of knowing any one of these heroes personally. But I know them. I know them. A cliff jumper, a rock climber, a mountain biker, a football player, an Iraqi vet, a Marine, a son of a firefighter. Oh, I know them. Confident, committed, determined, trustworthy, passionate. They were firefighters. I know them because they saved the life of my two sons. When a tractor trailer broadsided my daughter, my wife, and my daughter and my two sons, my wife and daughter died. But for my fire service, my two sons would have, but the jaws of life working for over an hour and a half saved them. They saved my guys, my firefighters, like all firefighters. They saved my life when in the middle of a snowstorm I had to be rushed to a hospital given a 30% chance of living with a cranial aneurysm. It was my fire company. Oh, I know them. You saved my home and my wife Jill when lightning struck my home and engulfed all 3 floors with the thickest of smoke that no one could enter. But thank God one could leave. Jill and I know you. You're a rare breed. There's an old saying, all men are created equal, and then a few became firefighters. All men are created equal, but then a few became firefighters. Thank God for you all. Thank God for your willingness to take the risks you do. And we all owe you. But we also owe your families, to my left and my right, because you supported them. You supported these hotshots. The English poet John Milton wrote, "They also serve who only stand and wait. They also serve who only stand and wait." The 19 who fell were not only heroes on Sunday, June 30th, 2013, to you, the families. They were heroes long before we knew their names. You not only know, but now feel in your very bones the meaning of the words of John chapter 15, verse 13. "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." What makes you family members so incredible? The husbands, the wives, the moms, the dads, the children, the brothers and sisters, is you knew, since they chose to be firefighters, since they joined the hotshot crew, you knew they were risking laying down their lives every single time they answered a call. Every time they walked out the door, you knew it may be the last time you'd see that confident smile, feel that tender touch, hear that voice saying, "I love you. I love you." And from the time they breached the door, you lived in fear of that dreaded phone call, fearing the worst. And when it came, the pain and the loss were more profound than you ever imagined. I know. I remember getting that call. The feeling of being sucked into a giant void in your chest. The attempt to suspend reality, the sense of slow motion. But my God, this can't be true. Yet, you supported them. Because you knew that firefighting was not what they did, it was who they were. And now, your loved ones join an incredible list of elite firefighters in a long history filled with ordinary Americans doing extraordinary things. Men of undaunted courage, common resolve, and an uncommon and stubborn perseverance in the face of unfathomable challenges. You know, we teach our children that these qualities of courage and resolve and perseverance, these qualities are ingrained in our national character as Americans. And I believe they are. I believe they animate our national identity, and I believe America will continue to be defined by the example of the 19 ordinary men who did extraordinary things. The amazing thing is that not one of them doubted the danger they face. Not one of you in front of me doubt the danger you will face when the call comes again. And yet, you willingly take the risk. When you hear the call, you respond. And they responded as they always did, running toward danger, not away from it. The opposite of the human instinct. They acted. They acted as citizen patriots, have acted since the beginning of this country. They stood up and they stood their ground. When we think of the 19, it gives us confidence as a people. Confidence knowing that ordinary citizens have the capacity to do such extraordinary things, to stare down fear, overwhelm danger, and bring hope where there's nothing but hopelessness. Although it should continue to amaze us when it happens, it shouldn't surprise us. These acts of selflessness are a definition of who your husband, your brother, your son, your father was. My guess is, without knowing them, they weren't there just to fight fires. They were there to line the Little League field. They were there when somebody's car broke down. They were there. They were there. They were always there. My mother had another expression. She'd say, Joey, courage lies in every heart, and the expectation is that one day it will be summoned. Well, on Sunday, June the 30th, 2013, it was summoned. 20 incredible men of valor answered the call, in doing so, to paraphrase John 15, chapter 23, laid down their lives so that others could live, 19 of them. And I know, we know, all of them were heroes long before, as I said, we knew them. They're the fathers who tucked you in bed at night, the husband who knew your fears before you even had to express them, the brother who lifted you up and made you smile. They were the son that brought you joy just seeing their face, made you proud and grateful to God that you had them. We know they're irreplaceable. We all know that. But we know as well that no memorial service, no words, no acts can fill the void left in your hearts. But we also know that the collective spirit of your father, your son, your brother, your husband, that spirit lives on in every single one of you. And it inspires not only the 6,000 people in here and the thousands outside, but the millions watching and hearing about your family members as I speak. It lives on in the character of the Hotshots assembled here today. It lives on in the heart of every firefighter who's ever answered the call. We owe you, the families, a gigantic debt far beyond what we can ever pay. I also know from personal experience at this moment, as unbelievable as it is, as unbelievable as it is to even fathom it, that the day will come when the memory of your husband, your son, your dad, your brother will bring a smile to your lips before it brings a tear to your eye. My prayer for all of you is that that day will come sooner than later. But I promise you, as unbelievable as it is, it will come. It will come. In the words of the hymn we heard at the beginning, my hope for you is that may he lift you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, and make the sun to shine on you. Because it will. It will again. It will again. May God bless you all. May God embrace your family members. And may every family member know that there's an entire family, a brotherhood and sisterhood of firefighters that will be there for you the rest of your lives. God bless you all, and may God protect firefighters everywhere.